Check one, check two. How do you do? My name's Ronnie Dean Harris, aka Oz12. The ancestors know me as Malithuk. I'm coming to you live and direct from my home and my office here at a place once known as Chichelis, where the Brunette River meets the Fraser River, also known as Sapperton in New Westminster. The inspiration that I get from my home comes on many levels. Obviously, I live here with my lovely wife and my beautiful son, and we have a garden out back. We live just on the river. We can see the river out of the back of our house here, and I've never ever not lived by the Fraser River. And so the wicked winds and the amazing river breeze and the smell of scented clay is always something that kind of activates me and brings me back to my youth growing up on the Fraser River up in Albion, which is just about, 40 minutes up the river here from New Westminster. My music journey started in Albion, writing rap verses at about 12 years old in a little room. It didn't take long till I was 13 years old, escaping that small community to take the bus into Vancouver, and I would actually travel through this part of town on the bus going to the New West SkyTrain station, where I would hop on a SkyTrain and head into city to the downtown core and look for hip hop. That was a big journey for me. It was very important once I was kind of activated by that bug, and then finding people my age that were making hip hop music was super important to me, and it was something that really activated and inspired me. One memorable event that changed my life was finding a flyer for a hip hop jam called the DJ Sound War. Now, this was in 1994 out at the UBC Sub Ballroom, and it was, for me, life-changing. It was a hip-hop contest. There was breakdance battles, there was rap battles, there was graffiti, there was DJing, there was every element, and everybody was leaning into this hip-hop culture. And so many of the formative people from Vancouver's hip-hop history were there. I met Prevail from Swollen Members, Mocha Only, Bird of Prey, Ndidi Cascade. Like, I met so many people that have been, close to me and inspirational to me since, those days back in the early 90s. I was also very lucky in this town to know my brother, rest in peace, Jumbo, and be a part of the Jumbo's barbecues at the Tecumseh Elementary. Formative hip hop events in town that, without the support of our brother Jumbo, I wouldn't have been able to get into those doors. Big shout out also to my cousin brother Doughboy. Grew up with him in Musqueam, who was also very formative in me and him exploring hip hop culture together. Again, also lucky to be able to witness some of the early indigenous music cultural stuff. Well, early for my years anyways. Indigenous music culture here in Vancouver, being able to play venues like El Cocal and, the Under the Volcano Festival and, these different places that don't exist now, but were very formative. Places like the Red Jam Slam at Nelson Place, or Cafe du Soleil events that happened all throughout the 90s. And when I think about old school hip hop venues, I think about 86th Street and the old York Theater and a bunch of underground spots around town. And now where we're at now in this city, things are shifting. Myself, I'm the Indigenous cultural developer at the Massey Theater, which we're working on a music program. I'm also the MC host and also sit on the board of directors for the Two Rivers Remix Festival Society, where we have the Movable Feast, where we're taking festivals into communities that might not get to see these amazing lineups of Indigenous artists. And so, the role that I've played as an MC, just wanting to rap and to move my arms a certain way when I was young and be a part of this culture, has shifted, where my role is now a speaker and also working to be a programmer, trying to build stages that might not exist for these communities to be brought together by music. And so I'm really happy to be asked by the Canadian Music Road Trip to be a part of this and share a little bit of my history and inspiration with you. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can bring together as an entire collective of Canadian musicians and communities, building scenes and strengthening our own musical economy and musical sovereignty here in this world, and representing and being able to give our next generations the space to express themselves and to use this tool and this medicine, music, to move forward. So this has been Ronnie Dean Harris, aka Oz12. Thank you very much. Have a good one.